Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. The underworld has always been a place full of mysteries and dangers, where crime bosses hold power through ruthlessness and intelligence. Today we will explore the top 5 most notorious crime bosses in history, those who made the whole world tremble in fear. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Let's go!
Ranked at number 5 is John Gotti, known as Teflon Don. Gotti was the boss of the Gambino family, one of the 5 largest mafia families in New York. He rose to power in 1985 after ordering the assassination of boss Paul Castellano right in the middle of Manhattan. What made Gotti stand out? He manipulated the government and the legal system, leaving the police helpless. However, in the end, Gotti was convicted of 5 murders: conspiracy to commit murder, extortion, obstruction of justice, illegal gambling, racketeering, tax evasion, and loan sharking. Nevertheless, his extravagant yet ruthless style left a lasting mark as one of the most infamous crime lords in history. Ranked at number 4 is Salvatore Toto Riina, born in 1930, a notorious mafia boss of Cosa Nostra in Sicily, Italy. He rose from a low-level criminal to become the boss of bosses in the 1980s. Riina pursued an extreme violence strategy to consolidate his power, being responsible for hundreds of murders, including the assassinations of famous anti-mafia judges Giovanni Falcone and Paolo Borsellino in 1992. His brutal tactics forced the Italian government to crack down on the mafia, leading to Riina's arrest in 1993 after more than 20 years on the run. He was sentenced multiple times to life imprisonment and died in prison in 2017. Ranked at number 3 is Pablo Escobar, the most notorious drug lord in history. Although not a traditional mafia boss, Pablo Escobar ran one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world. Born in 1949 in Colombia, he became the most powerful drug kingpin in history. He founded the Medellin cartel, controlling up to 80% of the global cocaine trade and earning billions of dollars annually. Escobar was both ruthless and highly influential, bribing politicians and police officers and helping the poor to build his image as a Robin Hood. One remarkable fact is that he even ran for Colombia's Congress. However, the violence caused by his cartel plunged Colombia into chaos. In 1991, he surrendered to the government to avoid extradition to the US and lived lavishly in a self-built prison. But when authorities pursued him again in 1993, Escobar was shot and killed by the police in Medellin, bringing his drug empire to an end. Ranked at number 2 is Lucky Luciano, the father of modern mafia. Born in 1897 in Sicily, Italy, he immigrated to the US as a child and quickly became involved in the American underworld. Teaming up with Meyer Lansky, he built a professional crime organization. In the 1930s, Luciano eliminated old bosses Joe Masseria and Salvatore Maranzano, then established the Mafia Commission, stabilizing and expanding gang operations. However, in 1936, he was sentenced to 30 to 50 years in prison for running a prostitution ring. Due to his assistance in protecting US ports from German spies during World War II, his sentence was reduced and he was deported to Italy. Despite being under surveillance, Luciano continued to influence the underworld. He died in 1962 from a heart attack. More than just a criminal, Lucky Luciano was a brilliant strategist who revolutionized the way the mafia operated for decades to come. Now let's move on to the number 1 spot. Meyer Lansky, the financial brain of the underworld. Meyer Lansky was born in 1902 in Poland and immigrated to the US as a child. He quickly became involved in the New York underworld, befriending Lucky Luciano, ranked 2nd on our list, and Bugsy Siegel. This helped Lansky become one of the most influential figures in the American mafia, as well as the financial mastermind behind numerous mafia operations, from casinos to large-scale money laundering schemes. He assisted Lucky Luciano in restructuring the American mafia, establishing the Mafia Commission, and transforming organized crime into a system that functioned like a business. Lansky controlled major casinos in Las Vegas, Cuba, and the Bahamas, turning them into massive revenue streams for the mafia. Although suspected of involvement in many illegal activities, Lansky was never convicted of any major crimes due to his sophisticated financial cover-ups. He passed away in 1983, leaving behind a legacy of an efficiently run mafia business model, proving that the real power of the mafia lay not in violence, but in money and influence. And that concludes our list of the 5 most notorious mafia bosses in history. What about you? Who would be on your list? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.